We're going to do some further strategies for different kinds of things that you might get here. So this time the value of, not the value, sorry, but the equation of this wiggly squiggly curve that we've got here is this one that I've given, which is 7.5 plus 1.5 cos 6 theta. And I want to think about how would you find the shaded area. Now the shaded area is like this outside bit plus this bit in the middle that you've got. So the way that I would imagine thinking about this one is lots of like subtraction kind of stuff. So it looks like I'm going to find out the area of the whole circle to begin with. So I'm just going to do this using some quite informal language. I'm going to find the area of the big circle. Then what I think I would do is I would take the area of way of the squiggly bit, but the squiggly bit is also going to include that middle circle as well. So I'm then going to subtract the area of the squiggly bit that we've got here as well. Terribly drawn, but because I subtracted that, I also then subtracted this middle area, so I'm going to need to add in the smaller circle as well, so that when I actually end up with all of this, the area that I should have is those yellow bits, which is the shaded part that we need here, okay? And I'm imagining for this one that we've got, when we do the integration, it's going to be between 0 and 2 pi for that. Or again, I guess you could do, instead of doing a half of 0 and 2 pi, you could just double it between 0 and pi, because it looks like it's going to be symmetrical about that line that you've got there. So that's one of the strategies about how you might think for doing this. But we've got some other trickier ones now. So these are difficult, and we're going to try and think about what the strategies would be for finding these areas. So first of all, this one that I've got drawn here is the sine of theta over 3 for this one, and it's going between 0 and 3 pi. So let's see if we can just decide where it's starting off. Well, when theta is 0, r is equal to 0. So I think this is where it is going to be starting. Let's use this kind of red color that we've got here. So this is when theta is 0. Then it looks like, because we know that when theta increases, r is going to be positive. So it's going to be increasing in this direction up here. So it's moving in this direction. This is where we then have theta is pi over 2. Then you can just kind of see the way that this is being sort of like traced out. So this is where theta is equal to pi over here. Again, it's just coming all the way around like this. We then have 3 pi over 2 as it moves. We then get to 2 pi over here. As it keeps going, we then get, it also repeats at this point. So it's pi over 2, and then the next time it's there, it is going to be pi over 2 plus 2 pi, which is going to be 5 pi over 2. And then it's going to come in here like this, so that it finishes off at 3 pi. So actually I'm going to write that in the way I did before. I'm going to say it's 0 slash the next time it's there is going to be 3 pi. So if you think about the way that we would try and find this area, well, I think I'm going to kind of split this one down the middle. I'm just going to deal with this half, and then I'm going to double it. So I think if I find out the area of this large section, and I'm talking about this whole large section that we've got here, it will include that piece in the middle. So I'm going to start off by thinking about how I would find that large section. That large section was found when we were coming from here, which is 3 pi over 2, and it finished when we got to 5 pi over 2. So the large blue section is going to be a half the integral of r squared from 3 pi over 2 to 5 pi over 2. But I want to then remove this section that I've got inside here, and I'm going to do this removing in like this bit. If I remove that area, now that area was started between 0 and then pi over 2. If you think about that bit, it's between 0 and pi over 2, like a ray of sun coming out from that section. So I'm going to be subtracting a half between 0 and pi over 2 of r squared. Obviously, both of these I often forget to write in d theta that we've got here. And remember, because we want to double this whole thing here is going to be multiplied by 2 for that strategy of how we would do this. So you're going to try and like label different parts of the shape that might help you. And there's not many questions like this in the exercise, but there are lots of exam questions that are like this, which is typical. So let's try this one now. So it's a sine one, so I know when it's starting off here, that's going to be 0. So I'm going to say this is our 0 place. This is going to be pi over 2, but I'm not going to be that interested in that. This is where it's pi. as it then traces all the way around. It's going to come around this point here to get to 2 pi, keeps going round, and we then get the second time that it appears at this place is 3 pi. And then it keeps coming around like this, and it finishes off at this place, which is going to be 4 pi. Okay, so those are the 2 times that it's starting at these places. So it goes 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi. So I think this area that I'm going to look for, I'm going to just find half of it, and I'm going to double it. This one's actually a little bit easier than the first one. So it's starting at 0, imagining it fanning out like this as these rays of light, and it's just going to be between 0 and the first time it gets to here, which is pi. So this one's nice and easy. This is just going to be a half the integral between 0 and pi of r squared d theta. But remember, because we've got 2 of these to get this bottom half, we're going to be doubling it. Okay, so that's the strategy of those kinds of ones that we've got. Now, this is a really interesting one. It's actually an exam question, but we're not going to do the whole thing. We're just going to do the strategy. So something worth noting here is it's going between 0 and 6 pi. And again, we know that when theta is equal to 0, we're going to start with r equals 0. So I know this is here beginning at 0. As it moves around, it's going to come around like this. This first place here is where we're going to have that theta is pi. Okay? I'm going to make my pen just a little bit thinner for some of this writing so you can see what's happening. Then it's going to keep going around like this. And then at this point here, it's 2 pi. Now, it's not going to be going on the inside circle this time, because otherwise it would just be stuck in that loop. It's now going to be coming on the outside circle, like this, until it gets to 3 pi over here. And it's going to keep going around until the next time it's got to this point is going to be 4 pi. So that's the second time it gets there. And then it comes on the inside bit. And when it comes on the inside bit, it gets back to this place. So it's going to be first of all pi, and then it's the next time it's there, it's going to be 5 pi. And then it comes all the way back around here. And so it goes back to the 0 point where it's also 6 pi. So I don't know, you might find a clearer way to do this, but it's going at 0, pi, 2 pi, outside ring 3 pi, 4 pi, inside ring 5 pi, back to the middle 6 pi. I want to find out how we're going to do this shaded area. Now, the one this is most similar to is going to be a bit more like this one, where you're going to have an outside, you're going to subtract some, and then you're going to add some back in. So I think let's try and find out the whole of this, this like a large sort of semicircle. And again, I'm only going to concentrate on half of it. Okay, so I'm going to find out this whole section that I've got here. And that whole section that we're going to have is just integrating a half r squared d theta, and it's going to be between, well, let's see when it is between these. It's definitely going to be 3 pi, and then the one before that was 2 pi. So we're in 0 pi, 2 pi, yeah, that's the one I want, and 3 pi. So it's going to be between 2 pi and 3 pi. Then I think if I subtract the white area, I'm going to also subtract some of that grey area, but if I subtract some of the white area, and see how I can do this, it would get rid of all of this chunk that we've got here. Okay, now that white area is going to be when, hopefully I haven't got rid of any of the crucial information, so it's going 0, pi, looks like it's going to be between 2 pi, no, 2 pi and 3 pi does this, so maybe it's between 4 pi and 5 pi, yeah, I actually think it's going to be when it comes here the second time, and it comes here to 5 pi. So you're going to be subtracting a half of r squared d theta from this next loop, which is 4 pi to 5 pi. But then, because we did all of that subtracting, we got rid of this inside little bit. So I then also need to make sure that I add that bit back in. And when I add that bit back in, it's definitely going to be a half r squared d theta. Let's just think about what that bit's going to be. Well, this is where it started at 0, and it went there at pi. So it's just going to be between 0 and pi for that bit. And again, this whole thing is going to be doubled because we want it to reflect down and give us all of this section here. So let's just clarify that one more time. We wanted to have the big shape, and the big shape was between 2 pi and 3 pi. we wanted to remove this small shape, and it looks like it's going to be 2 pi, but it's actually the second time it gets there that it's 4 pi, because it then comes to this inward bit, which is 5 pi. But when we remove that, we also remove this half of the heart shape, and that was we needed to add back in between 0 and pi. So that's how we came up with this whole statement that we've got here. So what I have got here for you to try is to shade up some of these and come up with your own strategy. I'm going to just do some kind of shading and see if we can figure out what the strategy would be. I'm probably going to try and do some that are similar to the previous question. So I'm going to try and do, for this first one that's in green, pardon me, it's not going to be like perfectly highlighted, but I want to do this part of it with this little bit. To me, it looks kind of like a person, like a hugging person, and there's their face. So we're going to try and find this part. Now it's a sine one, so it's going to be a little bit different. So let's have a zoom in and see if we can figure out what all of these bits are. So to start with, it's going to be there at 0. I'm not going to be interested so much in pi and 2 pi. I'm going to be more interested in the pi over 2. And it's going to come over here, and it's going to hit pi over 2. And it's going to come around, and it's going to hit 3 pi over 2. Now, it's not going to go on the inside branch, it's going to go on the outside branch. And then it's going to come up to the top at 5 pi over 2. It's going to keep going around, and it gets to this place for the second time. So I'm going to say it's the second time, and that's going to be 7 pi over 2. Now it's going to go on the inside. It's going to get to this bit in the middle for the second time, which is going to be 9 pi over 2. And then there's that little extra half pi, which gets you to 10 pi over 2, or 5 pi. So, strategy that we're going to do, and I'm going to be doubling it all at the end, but for this, I think I want this big outside circle to begin with. I want this like big outside circle that we've got. So 0 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, that's going to be on the outside, and 5 pi over 2. So for the big circle on the outside, I'm going to be doing 3 pi over 2 and 5 pi over 2. So I'm going to be doing a half the integral of r squared between 3 pi over 2 and 5 pi over 2. Now that would give me, this is where it's going to get a little bit confusing, that would give me the whole thing, but it would also be including this pink section here, which I don't want. Okay, it would be the whole of that sort of almost semicircle bit, but it would be including this pink section too, which I'm going to get rid of. So I'm going to get rid of that pink section by subtracting from, well, it goes 0, pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, 5 pi over 2, sorry. Then we get 7 pi over 2 and 9 pi over 2. So we're going to do 7 pi over 2 and 9 pi over 2. I'm going to subtract 7 pi over 2 and 9 pi over 2. That would have been subtracting the whole of the pink area. But if you subtract all of the pink area, you also have subtracted this bit, and we don't want to subtract that bit. So I need to make sure I add that back in, which is going to be a half r squared d theta. Here's me being so lazy with the d thetas, I always forget to write them. We just need to think about where those bits come from, and that's going to come from the 0 to the pi over 2. And again, we want that whole thing doubled, so we're just going to multiply the whole thing by 2 for that one, okay? And I mean, I could repeat the same one for this, where you could just shade in again that person from above, but it's going to be super similar. So I'm actually just going to do one that's a little bit different. I'm just going to do the outside arms. I'm not going to include the inside bit. I'm not going to include this bit here, okay? Just to make it a bit different to some of the other ones. So again, we're going to label those points where it starts off. So starting off at 0, then it's coming around here at pi, then it's coming around this inside loop at 2 pi. It's not going to go on the inside loop this time, it's going to go on the outside loop, otherwise it never would get to the outside loop. It's going to be 3 pi, back over here at 4 pi, now it's on the inside loop at 5 pi, and then it's back on the very inside loop, and it returns here at 6 pi. So again, I think we want the strategy of having this like big circle to begin with, and then we're going to subtract this small bit that we've got on the inside. So the big one on the outside, it's going from 0, pi, 2 pi to 3 pi. So it's going to be the integral, a half the integral of r squared from 2 pi to 3 pi d theta. And we just want to get rid of, because if you did it between 2 pi and 3 pi, you'd actually be finding out the whole area, and we don't want this whole middle bit here. So let's get rid of those lines. So we're going to be subtracting a half r squared d theta. And this time the bit we want to get rid of is this section inside here. So that is going to be, I always like to check that I'm doing it right, 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, and 5 pi. I think it's going to be the 4 pi, 5 pi section that we want to get rid of. So it's going to be the 4 pi, 5 pi section. And in the other ones, if you wanted to add in this little heart shape bit back in the middle, that's where you would add in then between the 0 and pi at that point. Okay, so you could shade these in different ways and see what you come up with. Whoops, I haven't done this right, because also I would need to double it because I'm wanting to reflect it in both ways. So that's just some of the strategies. You'll see I haven't done loads of the actual integration here, but what I'd like you to try doing is exercise 5C, question 9 and 10, and then the mixed exercise from chapter 5, questions 9, 12, and 13. There's some exam questions that are like this. There's not loads of these that are similar in the textbook, but this one and this one, you're going to see this question come up in an exam one very, very soon. And we're going to try that in just a second. Okay, good luck with those questions.